welcome to the next episode of Talk Smack with Mac. I'm with another badass motherfucker right now, Jon Fitch. What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. Enjoying the day. It's hot out here in San Jose right now.
What's the temperature out there?
Man, about 90, but it's humid. It's really humid.
90 and humid. What's the humidity level?
I don't even know, but I'm sweating.
Yeah, it feels like shit. Yeah, here in Vegas, we're going through another heat wave. It's like our fourth one in the last month and a half. It's 114 today.
Where are you at?
Las Vegas?
Okay, yeah. I lived there a couple of years, so I know what that's like.
Yeah, man, it's absolutely miserable.
I started myself real bad when I moved to Vegas. I got a house. I rented a house that had a hot tub in the back, and I was like, man, that'll be perfect because I can use it as a cold tub. I just won't turn it on. And I can go out there, sit there, and it'll be like a little mini pool. That'd be great. Little did I think about it, but like everything outside, it's just as hot as house. So like the hot tub was still 110 degrees, like without it turned on, just no bubbles. So
yeah, the outside, man, the desert. It feels like there's a big ass magnifying glass over Las Vegas, and we just fry every summer.
Yeah, I got really used to the heat though. And like, I don't really need air conditioning anymore. Like I've noticed that I get kind of cold and don't feel good with it because when I lived in Vegas, we were just in our underwear all the time. And we had the air set for like 81 in the house. Because if it was 80 degrees or 79, it was too cold. And anything above 81 was too hot. So like, that was like the sweet spot. Like we would have people come and visit and they would complain like, can we turn the air down a little bit? We're just so used to it. I was like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, 81 degrees. You're saving a lot of money on your electricity bill.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Well, you have a fight coming up. When exactly is your fight?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday, and you're fighting a special name in the MMA world, of Gracie. How are you feeling right now? How's your camp been going? How's all that good stuff going?
I feel great. I'm really excited about this. I've been having fun. I'm excited to go through. It's like, extreme conditions, kind of like testing myself through this, almost like Navy SEALs, like, buds, making myself train mostly out of my garage. You're limited with partners. I was coming down from 218 pounds in April. We've got limited coaches that can come out to the event. We've got all this COVID testing and all these protocols we got to follow. So like, there's a lot of
precaution.
Chaos.
Yeah.
And to me, that's exciting. That's like, this is new. This is different. Like, there's not gonna be a crowd in the arena, so that's different. We're gonna be quarantined while we're there the whole time, so you're not even gonna really walk around and go and check out shops or food or whatever. You're just in your room. So I don't know, man. I'm up for the challenge. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. Where is the fight? Where is it taking place?
It's in Connecticut. And
Connecticut, okay.
It's on a reservation where, I think it's safer from getting shut down by government bodies in that situation.
Gotcha. How are you looking forward to fighting with no fans? Is it better? Is it worse?
It's going to be interesting. You just got to look at it as different. It's something to experience. I've wrestled in front of nobody before, a room full of people's moms. I've fought, I've got more than 40 fights. I started fighting back when they just started putting gloves on people. So I've fought in cornfields and softball fields with not very many people around. I fought in Japan once, and you might as well fight in front of an empty studio. They don't make any noise. And I mean, I guess when you do something big, they go, oh, but like, it's not the normal thing. So I fought in a lot of different environments. They're all unique and fun and special. And I don't know, I thought this was a good opportunity to test myself and do something that would make a great story.
Yeah, definitely. Me personally, out of all the sports that are taking place right now with no fans, MMA is hands down my favorite. You hear the interactions between the fighters in the octagon. You hear the punches land. For the average fan, we can't really determine how hard a punch is or if a punch landed cleanly because the fans are so loud. But now that they're gone and we can hear everything clearly, it's been, as a fan, it's been magical for me.
It's I like it, and I'm used to it, and a lot of fighters used to it because they're used to prelims and early fights and things where the crowd's not there, so they hear those things. But a lot of people have a lot of casual fans, I think, have been like, "Oh my God, like, ooh, this is what they're doing." They can actually hear it now, and they're like, I don't know about this." So I think a lot of those people are kind of speaking up about the pay. they're like, "You know what? These guys probably should be making more money."
Yeah, right. Definitely. Speaking of the casual fans, I think their respect for fighters is definitely going up. You always have those guys out there like, man, those guys aren't shit. I can do that. I can do that. It's not hard. But then when you're watching the fights with no fans and you hear how hard some of you guys get hit or kicked in the leg, 50, 60, 70 times, I think their opinions are starting to sway a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't hide away from the violence when you just hear it.
You can close your eyes all you want, but you're still gonna hear it. All right, so tell me, I'm pretty curious. What is your diet looking like for the last week of the fight?
Well, it's all in my Wake Up Bible book. I have a book called the Wake Up Bible.
That you wrote, yeah? You wrote 2 books?
I wrote out because one of my buddies has seen me go through the process a number of times. He's like, "Dude, you gotta write this down and tell people about it," because like he's coached people and they all struggle with the weight cut and making it. It really comes down to discipline. There's nothing fancy about it. But fight week, I go no carb until after weigh-ins. My protein portions will get lower. I really lean out leading up until the night before weigh-ins where I start to cut my water weight, and I cut most of my water weight that night. I'll put on a little bit of weight with dinner after my weight cut, and then depending on where I wake up in the morning, usually I float a couple pounds. Will depend on how much time I spend in the sauna. And I've had a couple fights where I didn't need any sauna time at all, and then like the last one, I had a little bit extra sauna time, but I was a backup fighting for the I was a backup for the Rory and Neiman fight the last time. So that one was a little bit different because I also had fought like a month prior and I had 2 weeks of eating my kids' snacks.
Yeah, you're trying to enjoy yourself a little bit. So typically when it comes to cut day, that day before or the day of the weigh-in, how much are you typically cutting that day?
So Thursday, if I can I've hit 8 pounds before, like on that, I do one workout, for about an hour and I'll lose about 8 pounds, 6 to 8 pounds generally. That's a good mark because I get myself to a point where I'm within striking range. And then, I wake up and I might have 1 to 2 pounds to lose.
On the day of the weigh-in?
Yeah, that morning.
That's well, it sucks for me or, the casual person, but I'm sure for a fighter, 1 to 2 pounds, it sucks, but it's like, hey man, let's get these 1 to 2 pounds knocked out real quick and kind of enjoy myself.
Last 1 or 2 are the worst.
I'm sure your body doesn't really have much to give, much to sweat, and I'm sure it's just the grit and the grind.
Wants to start protecting itself. It wants to make sure that it's not, going to die.
What is the biggest cut that you ever did the day of the weigh-in?
Well, they changed the way they do the fights, or we do the weigh-ins. So we weigh in the last couple of years. We've been weighing in the morning, so that's changed things a lot. Before
Friday morning, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
So when we weighed in the afternoon, like 5 or 6, like it was different. So like you didn't want to go to bed 1 pound over because you had to carry that all the way until weigh-in time. So guys would wait to do the Thursday night weight cut on actual Friday because they had 6-7 hours to do it from waking up till that time. So guys, I think, would be overly aggressive in the water weight cut because they think, oh, well, I got 10 hours to make the weight, and it's just not really that healthy. You don't want to really lose more than 10 to 15 pounds of water weight, depending on your weight class too.
Yeah, I'm sure losing that kind of weight will make you very, very sluggish the day of the fight, right?
So I aim for, I don't want to have to cut any more than actual 8 to 12 pounds, 8 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably be closer to, I put on a little muscle in the last year, so I'll probably be closer to 12 pounds of the overall actual water cut. But like I get myself within that striking range. So I have to make 171. So Monday I hope to be about 183. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
walking around I'm in a 12-pound water weight cut. I just have to maintain that 183. And when it's time to cut the water weight, I'll cut the water weight. Not eating any carbs that week will help with that. I can increase the protein a little bit and cut out the carbs. Without the carbs, I don't hold on any water as easily. I'm definitely making sure that I don't ingest too much sodium, so that I don't hold on to water. I don't want any other chemical outside crap just soaking up like a sponge the water and it's just staying on me. So I eliminate all those things, and then when I make the weight and I start reintroducing the carbs and the sugars, like your muscles just soak it up, and then I'll end up being 185 to 190 at fight time. So the kids, guys, I'm doing an interview, guys. You guys done? Sorry.
Hey, no worries. I appreciate the extra guests. All right, so I have a couple more questions, and then I'll let you go. As I can see, you're pretty busy right now, but excluding that last week or two of your camp, you traditionally do like an 8-week camp?
Well, I mean, this one was longer because they started giving room. They started calling managers and saying, "Hey, we're going to try to do shows in July," and that gave us about 4 or 5 weeks because we were already in quarantine. We didn't know what was going to happen, so it kind of started getting ready at that point. But nothing was signed. They had thrown a few names around. Neiman Gracie was one of the first people they offered. We would have fought earlier, but I think he had some issues and had to push it back. So luckily we got it rescheduled to next weekend.
Okay. Well, what is your go-to cardio exercise, or is it just a sauna for your cut day?
When I also, it's not really cardio because I'm not trying to get in shape.
Mm-hmm.
I just do enough work, and I explain this in the book. I just want to do enough work to keep the sweat coming out.
Okay.
I don't want to go too hard. There's no reason for me to push myself to like throwing up levels of cardio. Like you just want to turn the hose on just enough for water to sprinkle out.
Okay, so just like really relax, low intensity type training.
Low intensity, but I have my plastics on. I use the Albolene to open up my pores, and you just want that water to keep dripping out of you. Just keep it going for a while. My workout will total about 50 minutes of actual movement time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll mummy wrap, or I'll lay on the ground and put towels on me, and then as long as the sweat keeps coming out, I'll lay there maybe 15 to 30 minutes, and the sweat will just keep coming out. And that's usually good enough to get that 6 to 8 pounds.
Gotcha.
But that'll consist of usually 3 rounds of grappling, 3 rounds of mitts, and then I have some jump rope and stuff in there. And if I get like lightheaded or I need a little break in the middle of the round, it's okay. Because I'm not there for technical training. I'm not there for cardio. I'm not there to get strong.
I just there for the sweat.
Need to move. Just need to move. And if I need to take a 30-second to a 2-minute break in the middle of a round, fine. As long as the sweat stays, it's good.
Got you. What is your go-to meal or single item meal that you like to eat during your camps?
Well, my go-to cheat meal is cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, the best.
Now, because I'm in California, so In-N-Out is usually one of the top ones. Sometimes Smashburger will make it in there. We've got some good stuff, but usually
you got Five Guys down there, right?
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, that's another one. But it's got to be like quality beef.
Yes.
No, I don't want McDonald's. I don't want McDonald's.
You want the good protein that's going to go in, feed your muscles. Maybe if you had like a hard workout day, you go get a cheeseburger to kind of recover a little bit.
Well, on the weekend you get cheat meals because like during the week you're so strict on stuff. But yeah, I don't want like soy or cornmeal or whatever they use to fill up the patties in the cheap meat place. So like quality burger. Sometimes if you go to a nice restaurant that has a nice quality like blue cheeseburger or something,
Got you. Well, I really appreciate you getting on the podcast. Like I said, I know you're busy. If you ever want to get on after this fight and talk about the fight or just have a really cool conversation, hey, man, I'm down. I had a great time talking with you. Let the viewers know where to find your books and where to find you on social media and where we could watch your fight or exactly the time or place is taken.
Yeah, fight's going to be next week on Paramount Network. And that's, I think, 10 East Coast, 7 West Coast, and left coast. You can find everything, jonfitch.net. Sign up for my newsletter. I got my books, podcast links. Everything's there.
jonfitch.net. I'm going to tune in. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that sums up another episode of Talk Smack with Mac.